Let's just talk. Let's just talk. Let's just talk. Let's just talk.
Alright. Oh boy, another podcast. On this podcast, it's already episode 18, I think. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to go fact check myself because it's been so long since I did a podcast. But we have
Episode 18.
the OG Brahma Bull 99 underscore YouTube again, guys.
Jesus.
Always saying that,
Yeah.
even though it's not exactly that.
All right, fat boy's back.
Big boy. Let's see. Yeah, this is episode 18. I was right. Wow, I say this like every episode. I'll be like, I think this is episode 17. Let me go check. Oh, it is episode 17. Last one was 16. We are back. And then I'll be like, episode 14. Last episode was 13. I'm pretty sure. Let me see. Yep, we're back. And I do it every episode, and somebody's gonna like catch on to that and start commenting. Well, they have to now. They listen to the podcast. But yeah, this happens. So, this guy called me over and over today, and I was just too busy going out and getting groceries. And he was like, "I'm ready for the podcast, dude. I'm ready. I'm ready if you are."
Yeah. Well, I couldn't help that.
I know it was kind of funny because I just wasn't home, and like I didn't get any of the messages until I got home. Like I looked at my phone and was like, "Oh, geez, Discord's going crazy." It's like because I didn't get like a notification or anything. I just saw Discord have like a 7 over it, and I was like, "Oh,
Blowing up, dude.
sorry." So, anyways, before the podcast started, I had to mute myself because I was talking on the phone with my girlfriend, and she apparently had one of those situations I had. So her phone's like old and it's getting slow. You know, that's how old people get. So do our phones. But it was getting so slow that like it just didn't want to work. And she got mad and slammed it in somewhere, and it went to oblivion, like fucking oblivion, dude. Elder Scrolls 4. Like, imagine your character running around and a phone just falls on top of you. And he's like, "What is this?" It's like one of those like things where like somebody from the medieval times falls to a portal and ends up in modern time New York. It was like one of those things. But anyways, yeah, her phone was cracked and destroyed, and I said, "Wow, I did the same thing back in high school with the Galaxy J7 Sky Pro." Oh my god, that was the name of it. It's that long of a name. I got mad because of the same reason and slammed it, and she was like, "Did you get upset when you broke?" I said, "I was glad I broke it." I said, "I was so sick and tired of fucking with that phone." I had to buy a new one, but I didn't care.
The first touchscreen phone that I ever had was the iPhone 4. God, the screen was so small, and it was it was
I don't really
Dino
remember
of
an
phones.
iPhone 4. I think like the earliest iPhone I remember is the 6, like straight up, and I mean like early 6, not like 6 plus or anything, just 6.
I don't know if you've seen an iPhone 4, but an iPhone 4 has got the really wide charger.
Oh yeah, like the like the iPod and stuff.
Yes, it was like wide. It was wide and square.
I remember the iPhone 4 now. Yeah, I remember
It had the home
this.
button instead of just tapping the screen. Now you just tap screen and it comes on. No, you had to press a button.
Honestly, I think the biggest drawback to this was the iPhone SE. That shit was so cool.
I never had an SE. I've had.
I personally think the SE was a really good like restart. Like when they came back to an SE after 8, I felt like it was so good. Like it was just it felt like an old phone again, and it was just newer tech.
Whenever they bring out a newer phone, they bring out a new SE.
SE? What are you talking about?
So they improve the SE.
Oh no, I was saying the SE was that one. It was supposed to be before iPhone. It's like after iPhone 10, but at the same time older gen than iPhone 10 at the same freaking time. It's a little weird because it's like it works just like an iPhone 6, but it was just like the newer version of it.
Yeah.
Like I liked it. I bought one on like around Christmas time because I thought it was on sale. It was like $170, I think, or maybe 200. And I was like, yeah, I'll grab me one of those because iPhone's not so bad, and I like the camera and everything. I got the thing, and then I realized, dude, this reminds me of having an iPod and stuff like back when I was a kid.
You know that I don't know if anybody will notice. Well, probably a lot of people will notice that my audio sounds a lot better than when I first started on this podcast.
Yeah, we're improving, guys. We're slowly improving. Like I have me a mic, he has him a mic. What's next? A camera? No, we're.
I've got a camera in the computer built in.
I do too, but like I don't. I'm not comfortable with camera stuff. But maybe if we make it to episode 100, we'll bring cameras to the equation. Maybe.
We're in our 40s and 50s.
What was it? I think
How much did we space this out?
I think the first podcast we did with a camera was like back with Cautious in episode 6. I think that was the one. But I just like randomly turned on the camera, like in the middle of the street, like the whole like podcast. I was like, I don't remember. I think I was just like smiling away at the camera and like showing my nippies. I don't remember.
Oh, dear Lord.
I just remember being stupid that I did it.
Showing your nippies.
My little nippies. They was going up and down,
Little
dude.
nippies.
They was bouncing all up and down, all around, left and right until they come to the ground. You know, like, dude, it's insane. It's like, my milkshake's bringing other boys to the yard. They're like, it's better than yours.
Oh, man. Which one did I join? Was that number 9 or was it 8? God, which one was that?
What are you talking about? The first one you came in
I
on.
joined.
I was like, the first one you joined was the 5th one. It was podcast 5. And you was here all the way to 13. The 13th podcast was the live stream, and that's when I said, what's Mozart's real name? Come on, y'all. What's Mozart's real name? Because his real name is Wolfgangus, and it's like such a badass name, honestly. I can't believe that's his name. Wolfgangus, actually, Isn't it Wolfgangus? I'm pretty sure. Hold on, I'm looking it up. Wolfgang is, Oh god, it is Wolfgang. I always swore it was Wolfgangus. Like, it just sounded stupid, but...
Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart.
I probably kept mixing up Amadeus with it. Wolfgang Amadeus and Mozart. Dude, that dude was pulling out
Amadeus Mozart.
He was putting banger after banger, dude. I'm pretty sure he would have shut down Kendrick Lamar today. Dude. With this whole Drake feud and everything, dude, I think he would have shut down Kendrick Lamar if Mozart was still here.
Oh, man.
Dude, I like to imagine some sophisticated guy out there making classical music and just challenging someone who's just like a rapper nowadays.
Oh, yeah. Jeez.
You just hear dun 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 dun, and then the rapper's like, "Hey, hold up, man. Sample that. I'm gonna rap some diss shit on this guy. Yo, da 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 da. It sucks. Da da da. Get good, fat bucks. I'm a hunter. I'm taking you. Oh shucks." That would probably is how it'd be. Like they would just start sampling them and. They'll be like, copyright strike on this guy. Copyright strike on this guy. Yeah, we trademarked that sound, dude. Do you even know what a music sheet is? And then he's gonna be like, you know what a rap sheet is? God. I just went on with the worst joke possible. Everybody just tuned out of the podcast. It was like, I hate this guy. He's going on too long.
It's a podcast. It's supposed to go on too long.
Dude, what if we went silent on the podcast for the rest of the episode?
And 2 hours of dead air. 2 hours? 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 2 hours?
2 hours? Just keep doing it over and over, like sound the same and all, so they think you're repeating it. 2 hours? 2 hours? 2 hours? Oh, that's gonna be nice. Well, yeah.
Just listen to 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours.
It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. Yeah, it was really pretty nice bringing back the podcast. I mean, man, it's been a long time. This is gonna be fun. Oh, well, yeah.
Now we got to pick a topic to talk about and try to stay on that for at least 30 minutes.
Well, for one, how long have we been? Oh yeah, it's been about 10 minutes. Happy Mother's Day to everyone, since it's coming out today on Mother's Day, 5/12/2024. Hopefully you love your mother and you're getting her something. Dakota, how about you? Have you?
I just have a card.
Well, that's good enough.
I'm
At least you're
I'm
getting
broke
something.
as a joke.
As long as you got something,
Yeah, I got her
Well,
something.
I think the thought always matters, not the gift, but the thought. Like, you're like, you know what? I gave you a card. I know it's not the greatest gift, but I want you to know that I love you and hope you cherish this card.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got my mother flowers, but I won't be here tomorrow, so I had to give them to her early. But yeah, I was gonna get them tomorrow, but I was like, well, I have to go out and then come back in, and then go back out because I have work. So I was like, I'll just get her them today, and we'll just settle it now, so I don't get late for work,
Right.
or I don't give it to her like at the last minute.
Oh damn, you got work tomorrow?
Yeah, gotta work,
Ah.
any work. Anyways, speaking of work, I don't mention this on the like actually on YouTube because I keep my personal life personal, whatever. Like the same thing with a girlfriend. I never mentioned I had a girlfriend for quite a while until we had that drunk video.
Oh
So
god.
when we had that drunk video was fun, except for my microphone was picking up a fan that I forgot to cut off. So I was like grabbing this fan in the background. I was like, I'm like, yeah, babe. It was like really loud, and she is like, "Hun, you don't run this way. By the way, you're supposed to run the opposite way so we can get different guns because we play Apex Legends, and I'm not the best at like shooter games at all. She knew everything about the game. She was basically telling me how to play. I was over here like, yeah, I'm good with gun. I was like, I'm not good at knowing what I'm doing. Yeah, it's like I know how to use gun though. I do know.
I do know how to use gun. You pull this back and then shoot, and then put this in here, and then cock and go.
I guarantee anyone who watches that video is cringing, and they're like, well, maybe he was just that drunk. I wasn't like super drunk when we played. Well, not in the video. After the video, I was, and I was like, "Hey, babe, I think we just gotta go to bed." I was like, I'm tired. I'm tired and drunk. I was like, it's about time I go to bed. I wasn't like way out of my mind, but I was just feeling like, oh man, I'm ready to lay back. I'm ready to just lay down. I'm tired now. I'm really, really tired. And but no, yeah, like in the video, I feel like people were like, yeah, you just tried. No, I wasn't that bad then. I was just bad at the game in general. I was like doing stuff, like I was just going in. I still do that sober. I just think it's funny. Like I'm just bad. I cannot play a shooter. I can't because for one, I don't really enjoy shooters as much as you would think. Like I just can't really get into them. But like at the same time, it's also I don't have any positioning in those games because I kind of don't care. It's like, oh, I just want to go in and shoot the guy. I don't care if I die or not. I just want to go in and shoot him.
Right.
Oh, and that had nothing to do with work, but work anyhow. I'm not gonna specify where I work at because copyright. But I will not copyright, but it's contract stuff. You know what I mean? When you get a job, you're not supposed to talk about the job. And unless you're working at like Burger King or something, because it's like, well, it's just a big franchise. Who really cares? Unless you're just gonna be like, well, and Burger King, they really do this and this. You're not supposed to do that, obviously, even if you quit or whatever. And plus, I don't think it really matters anyhow, because people are like, well, I still like Burger King anyways. I don't.
People put boogers in the burgers.
McDonald's, my big getaway for it is I get 2 McDoubles and then I put picante sauce or something on it. Picante sauce, I encourage everyone to try that. Just get you a McDouble and put picante sauce on it. It's so good. It's so good. Like I like some picante sauce on my burger.
Well, that's just like me with my chicken biscuits. I like to put mayonnaise and pickles on it.
Well, that's good. Oh, I like mayonnaise and pickles on a chicken biscuit. You need to put tomato on that too. That's pretty good.
Actually, I have for years.
I love tomato on a biscuit. Anyways, this is off topic. Anyhow, we're just still going on with keep going on about other restaurants and stuff. But no, I basically work kind of in a restaurant. Basically, I make subs, but it's not Subway. I just make subs, and
it's a restaurant setting.
It's a restaurant setting, yeah, in a grocery store. I make subs and stuff. And today, like, there's this guy that comes in every day, and oh my god, he orders the same thing. And I'm gonna go ahead and put it already out as quick as I can. There was roast beef. He always gets on the sandwich. It's on wheat bread. He gets a little bit of mayonnaise on it. Then he gets pepper jack cheese, and he stuffs it with jalapenos. I mean, as much jalapenos as you can fit on a sandwich, he puts it on there. And then he goes spinach and onion. And he's probably listening because I gave him my podcast. I said, hey, man, come listen to my podcast. You'll love it. I said, I'll start at 14. Continue there, because I was like, way before, it was like, my younger days, I just put it all together and kept going. I said, come on, listen to it. So if he's listening to it right now you know that I know your sandwich has spinach, I know your sandwich has a bunch of jalapenos, I know a lot of times you also like to get olives, and I'm pretty sure pickles, but if it's not pickles, it's cucumbers, or maybe even both. I just can't remember between the two, or three, really, options. But besides that, I remember that, and I don't know if you get bell peppers or what after all that, but I just know you get that, and your sauces are always the same. The sauces is always horseradish with that brown mustard, and then we have a chipotle sauce we put on it, and a garlic aioli. And I don't know if he puts oil and vinegar on it, whatever, but I'm pretty sure that's all it is. And close it. And that's the sandwich. Well, tonight, I made that sandwich to eat for myself. So, joke's on you, buddy. I finally, if you're listening right now, you big white bearded fella that I really like making your sandwich because you're chill. He's like the coolest guy out there. I love when he comes in and makes a sandwich. But yeah, I finally ate that sandwich and it's actually really freaking good. I really like it so far. I just had it tonight. That's what I ate before I hopped on this podcast.
Big white beard, buddy.
Big white beard, buddy.
That's the only thing that I heard out of that. All of that.
If he's listening, he heard it. He is like, yeah, I guess that's about right. I probably messed it up, though. But next time, though, I will make my sandwich with your sandwich if you're listening, and I will eat it. But either way, yeah, I don't know. He didn't subscribe to my channel, but he definitely, I definitely give him a little note or whatever to look it up. He might have subscribed, and I just didn't know it, but because sometimes people subscribe and I never get a notification for it. Like right now, I have 148 subscribers. So I was just like, where's that?
Damn, I wish I had that many.
I don't know where they come from, to be honest with you. I think it's shorts, because I keep posting shorts every now and then. Hey guys, if you want to get bigger on YouTube, and you want to be a streamer for Twitch or YouTube or whatever, when you're doing all that stuff, go and get clips from your channel, funnier clips or fun clips or something kind of wild. Grab them and just post them and be like, "Whoa, can't believe this happened" on your shorts.
I only have 12 subscribers.
If you do that, I swear it catches a lot of people. Not only that, play games that are really popular right now. I mean, Fortnite obviously is one of them. It's constantly gonna get views. But I was just saying, any game, right now, Fallout's a good one, apparently. I didn't know that. I was playing Fallout 1, and then I forgot the show came out, and I didn't get any views during the stream, but a lot of views during the shorts I made.
Well, apparently, our Dead by Daylight video with me and you, that apparently got 20 views. Do I still have it?
Wait, do you have Game Pass?
Not anymore.
I was gonna say, it's free on Game Pass for sure. That's how my girlfriend has it.
No, I don't have it, and it's $20. That's 20 more than I have. I have right now.
Just wait until it goes on sale. When it goes on sale, it's normally $5. It normally is. I swear, bro. Recently, they've been dropping the price so low when they go on sale, and it should be going on sale here soon because it's about summer sale time. Summer sale is normally here in June. I think it's June 5th.
Oh.
June 5th, I think, is normally the start of summer sale, and it ends on August.
I'd say that.
And if you don't get it, I'll buy it for you. Not everybody. Not everybody on who's watching. I'm sorry, that's not how it goes.
Everybody.
Not everybody. Okay, mark my words. Do not cut that out. Leave it, and then be like, he said he will buy it. Guys, go subscribe to his channel. He'll buy you Dead by Daylight. God, do not take that out either. Oh my God. And please do not bleep out what I'm about to say. Penis. Yeah.
He's a penis.
I'm gonna make sure it bleeps out. Not the penis part, but
the chicken butt. Oh man.
Oh shit.
What were we talking about?
Dude, look, that's the thing with my podcast. My podcast is like a brain rot podcast. You listen to this thing and your brain just goes off. You're like, What are they even talking about? Like, what is this? What is
Oh,
this?
this guy's talking, and this guy over here just making a sandwich. You're like, what the?
He did. You know what? On the bright side of this podcast, he didn't even talk about his intro until he started talking about me talking about the intro. That's actually insane because normally he talks about the intro as soon as the intro comes off, and he goes, "Let's just talk." It's so funny. God, dude, it's funny because I said that, and I was telling my girlfriend that is what it was. I was showing her some stuff. I've never really showed her lots of my YouTube things. I mean, it's kind of how we started. I was like showing her a little YouTube stuff, not too much. When I showed her my podcast intro, yeah, that's my intro, and she was like, "Yeah, it's pretty good," And I was like, "Yeah, some people just hate it because I always mention it afterwards." Like I said that as like a joke, and she was like, well, fuck them. And it's like, it's really good. Just like, I really like it because it's very catchy and stuff. And I was like, I know. I was like, it was the joke. That's like the joke we give off. But yeah, I love it.
Whenever I stream, I always do my signature intro. Just say hello everyone, and then tell them what game I'm playing,
Yeah.
and then I say on with the gaming. I mean that's pretty much it.
Hello, everybody. My name is Markiplier, and welcome back to some fun as our friend. No, I have like an actual intro. Like I like to grab some music and put it together, and then do a little intro. And I finally did that for my Daddy Short Balls channel, aka Insert Rap Joke. It was Insert Rap Joke, but we changed the name because I felt like the name was just too long. It didn't really match what I do. I mean, like, yeah, I make music, and I'm sort of thinking about making like a separate channel for music and leave it all to this. And I'm also gonna start putting VODs as something private, so you guys can't watch those anymore after here soon. Because my God, unless it's like one of those things that's supposed to be a VOD on purpose, but my things that I'm going to be streaming and recording is no longer going to be out there as a VOD for you to watch. For example, like Smite Time Prime Time, if I want to make a video out of it anyways.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because, I'm kind of tired of making streams and then just leaving them out. Because it's just kind of like, a lot of times I make videos out of them. Like, for example, SpongeBob Creature of the Krusty Krab. When I played that freaking game, I was making a video at the same time because I wanted to make a video aside of it. And, whatever. And I meant to, like, kind of, like, put that private, the stream, because it's so long of a stream and it wasn't really that great. And the video kind of, like, captures the main components of the game. So, yeah. Which is honestly Plankton. Plankton was the best part of the game. I think every part aside of playing Plankton and Creature of the Krusty Krab was so bad. It was so boring and unfun. I can't go back and play that game. I will like freak out if I have to go back to that.
I've never played it.
It's not good. It's such a bad game. I personally, because people want to say the worst SpongeBob game is on 3D, I should say, not like the computer ones, not the Game Boy ones. We're talking about PlayStation 2 and up. I would say people want to say the worst one is Flying Dutchman, The Revenge of Flying Dutchman. I personally think the worst one is Creature of the Krusty Krab. I liked Flying Dutchman, although Flying Dutchman sucks. I like it a little bit better because at least it's more like I can chill and collect thing. It's a collect-a-thon game. A Creature of the Krusty Krab was just like linear and like a map design or whatever. You just keep going forward, finish the game, blah blah blah. Each map, and every like thing you do in the game will give you like a prompt, like a tutorial guide for it. And it's like I know how to play the game. I've been playing it for a solid hour. I hate it. It's such a bad game, dude. Oh, and the first like 6 hours of the game is only the first and second level. After that, the game is like shorter. Like the first and second level are so freaking long. I have no idea why. Well, I'd say it's like 2 to 3 hours is the first and second level, and after that, it's just like 3 more hours you beat the game. What was it? Okay? You can see it in the video if you guys go check out Creature of the Krusty Krab. I think that's what I called it, or Creature.
Creature of the Krusty Krab.
Yeah, because it was just so crap of a game, dude. It was a crappy game. Guess what I rewatched recently?
What's that?
Shrek. Not the first
Shrek.
one, though.
Which one?
Second,
There's
third,
4.
and fourth. Or
Unless you
sorry,
count the Christmas one, then there's 5.
we don't count that. That's a special. To be fair, it's like literally an hour long. They were like the Halloween one. The Halloween one's 30 minutes long. But anyways, yeah, I watched second, third, and let me be precise, guys. Shrek Forever After. And oh my god, dude. The second one's good, and the third one has jokes I never realized were actually in the game. Like, actually, you know what? The second and third one, there was jokes in it that I forgot was in it. Because I was like, wow, this genuinely hits a little different now that I'm older. Especially the third one, not the jokes really, but it's more like the references. I started to realize, I was like, oh my god, I didn't know this as a kid, but now I do. Lancelot was supposed to be like the bully of the school, and you got King Arthur who gets treated like shit at the school. And then I was like, aside of that, I was like, you got Merlin who's an old wizard who's just an old fart who doesn't know what he's doing. And I was like, oh my god, I never realized this as a kid. And now that I realize it, because I'm a grown adult that cares, like, kind of likes like all that stuff, like folklore and whatever.
But my favorite part with in that track with Merlin is whenever he starts playing the music while they're talking.
Yeah, that's a really good part, actually. I love it because he's like, "Hey, my dad, he was an ogre, and he tried to eat me, and the fucking music's like do 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 do, Well, it's not Careless Whisper, but it's whatever. And it's just funny to me because he's like, "What the fuck?" He's like, "Well, I was trying to soothe the mood." It's also the same movie that makes the joke where no, wait, no, it's not. That's the second one. That's the one where they switch Puss in Boots and Donkey. I was thinking this. Okay, so the second one's when they drink the drink, and he's like, "Do I look any different?" And Puss in Boots is like, "You still look like an ass to me." And that always went over my head as a kid. But now that I've grown up, I look at it, I'm like, "Oh, fucking Donkey's an ass. He's like an asshole, The double.
Oh, feeling different. Do I look any different? Still look like an ass to me.
It's a double entendre. No, and the third one, I think the best part after they switch and everything is when he goes to cut open the glass and he just can't fucking do it, and he's like slowly doing it and scratching all around it, and then Donkey just Puss in Boots as Donkey just like kicks the glass and just goes shatters. There's a pretty good setup of jokes in the third one, but dude, the third one's not even that great. Personally, I think it's like okay. I don't think it's like bad. I don't think it's great though. Like, I think it's like in between. It's like neutral for me. I could watch it, but it's just not as good as the first and second. Like, the first and second one pretty dope. I like them. Okay.
Well, I didn't really care for Shrek Forever After. That one I didn't really.
I was about to say that was my next choice of words. Shrek Forever After actually sucks ass in my opinion. We went to go watch that, and okay. By the way, in Shrek 3, Rumpelstiltskin is already in that one, and he does not look like he does in Forever After. I don't really know why. I also don't know why in Shrek 1, horses look better all the way through until Shrek 3. Shrek 3, horses start looking worse. Shrek Forever After, they look even worse. And I'm like, why did they do this? Why does it look worse? Use the same use the same asset or something, bro. Like, the horses looked awful.
I didn't really notice. I mean, I really more pay attention to the story than the background.
I didn't notice. But my girlfriend pointed it out when we was watching it, and I was like, holy shit, they do. I was like, they literally do look worse as they go. I was like, why is that? Like, why can't they just reuse the same asset, from to get-go? Because it looked good originally.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, Forever After, Rumpelstiltskin was also in 3, and they look completely different for whatever reason. And Forever After, as soon as he signs the deal or whatever, and I was just sitting there looking at it like, damn, is this movie really this bad? While he's signing the deal, I fell asleep. I just said, screw it, dude, I'm going to bed. And she watched the rest of the movie, and when I woke up, she was like, I was like, man, that movie sucked. I couldn't go with it. That's how I remembered it. I guess it really was that bad. she was like, yeah, it's pretty bad. I was like, I figured. God, dude, yeah, I fell asleep during it. I couldn't watch the rest of it. It was just too bad. Oh, Shrek's such a good movie though. In general, though, it's worth watching. Shrek 1 and 2, even 3, but I would say like 1 and 2 is definitely the more like uproar good movies. Do you know the Muffin Man? You mean the one on Lane Street?
Drury Lane.
Drury Lane, yeah.
Drury Lane.
Oh my god. I mean,
She's married to the Muffin Man.
Isn't it weird that 3 and Forever After isn't that great, especially Forever After? But Puss in Boots came out really good, the first and second.
Oh, I didn't watch the second. I just watched the first one. The first one was great.
Watch the second one. You'll like it better than the first one, personally. But here's my thing. Here is my personal and more, I would say, unpopular opinion. I don't think the second one's that great. That's my personal opinion. Although everyone else says it's awesome, and I can see why. I just think there's a lot to the movie that made me go, like, I don't know. There's like the frame drop in the movie. There's parts where the frames drop, and it kind of reminds me of Enter the Spider-Verse, if anything. And I'm like, I feel like they copied that style right here because it felt that way. And I mean, it's not that it's a bad movie. It kind of gives me like Odyssey vibes, you know, like the Odyssey. It kind of gives me that vibe, but it's not that. So it's, and you know, they did good enough to not be like it's the Odyssey, you know. But like, basically, the first half of the movie is like, it felt like he was getting a good story here, and then the second half is like it amplified that first half, so it did good on that part. The part I hate about it is your main villain feels like you don't really get to know a lot about him. Because, like, when they introduce him, it feels like it's just a few seconds, and then he's gone. And then later in the movie, where it keeps showing him over and over, telling him a little bit, it's showing you that he's chaotically evil, which I think is perfect as a character. But my problem is I feel like we didn't get enough of him to kind of understand who the fuck this character really is anyways. But I guess, to be fair, it's a nursery rhyme. Who really cares?
It's a nursery rhyme.
Yeah, so, but that was my personal take. On the other hand, it's a good movie. I love the movie, honestly. I was just saying, like, I don't think it was as great as people put it out to be because of this and this. I was like, I feel like it could have done better in these parts. Like, especially you seeing the villain a little bit more. Because it took like not half the movie. It took like maybe 30, 35 minutes of the movie before you even know who the main villain is. And when you even get to know him, it basically just shows you him for like a second or two. You can tell he was the evil guy because the way he acts. That's about it. And I'd say after watching it for an hour is when you actually get to know the villain a little bit better. And it's like, well, in a way, because you know the character is chaotically evil. He's not, because he has a bad backstory, he does this. It's because he literally is just a bad guy.
Yeah.
Unlike DC. I mean, you got the Joker who's like, well, I had a problem, or this and this. And I'm not a big fan of that shit anyways. Like, I just think that they all have great backstory and everything. I just don't care much for superhero shit. I never have.
Scars?
What?
Do you know how I got these scars?
Batman. You know what I'm gonna? Do you know what I'm gonna do to this Lapunny? You know there is no rules against Pokemon, Batman. I feel like I'd play a really good chaotic Joker in a cartoon. I don't think I'd play a good, like, sane, normal, well, not sane, but, you know, normal Joker if it came to, like, a cartoon or something. Like, I don't think I could play a realistic one. Like, if it was a live-action Joker, I don't think I could play good. But I feel like if I played a Joker that obviously lost his marbles, way worse than the one already, he's already in a straitjacket or something, is the kind I probably would play a lot better. One moment.
Okay.
Hello?
Hello.
What's going on?
Well, my phone is actually gone. I gotta be up at 6 o'clock in the morning to take you know who to the damn airport to go to Florida.
Oh, yeah. No
That
gaming
sucks.
tonight.
No gaming tonight.
I can't wait to edit this out in the video. Ha ha ha. All right, we're back. Sorry about that. Got a little call. I wanted to know what was going on. She broke her phone really bad to the point. Yeah, it doesn't work. So now I know for sure. Can't wait to edit this out of the video. If I edit it out. That's right, guys. You never know. You don't even know if this is in the video. We don't know. Neither one of us. Because when I edit, sometimes I just...
Seriously,
who do you choose in Mario Kart?
who do I choose in Mario Kart?
Yes, this is a serious question right now.
Serious question. Okay.
Yes, dude.
Whenever I would play Mario Kart for GameCube, I'd usually choose Wario, Waluigi, Donkey Kong, Bowser, Baby Mario, Baby Luigi, and obviously Mario and Luigi.
Who was your main pick? Who would you normally...
Who was my main pick? Who did I normally pick?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
90% of the time, when you would just load up the game, you choose these characters.
Bowser and Donkey Kong.
Got that heavy set, high weight, a good drifter, but you take damage, you're stuck there for a minute character, huh? High speed.
might as well.
I play Peach and Bowser. I've always played Peach and Bowser in Double Dash. That just shows how bad of a guy I am, dude. Bowser and
That
Peach.
just makes me think of Jack Black's song of Peaches.
No, I hate it, to be honest. I cannot stand that. I am disgusted with Jack Black for that. Honestly, I'm like, dude, you're a very talented guy. I liked video games because video games was goofy, fun, and we understood it because, it was a joking song, obviously, and everything, and it kind of just shows the portrayal of how people like to say video games are just for kids. Well, not mean you can't just enjoy them while you're an adult, a little bit. But,
Right.
Peaches, peach, peaches, peach, peach, peaches. It's like, it's not that fucking good. Please, stop. That's literally like, what is it, Skibiti Toilet right now? Skibiti Toilet.
Oh my lord.
Oh
Skibidi
my.
Toilet. It's like 64 episodes of Skibidi Toilet on YouTube right now.
I know, and I wish I was that man right now, because he's making so much fucking money, I guarantee it. I tried to watch it, because I wanted to understand, how do kids like this? And it was so weird, and I didn't get it, any of it. I don't get it at all, and I was like, okay.
I get it, but I don't at the same time. I'm
It's
just thinking, what? I mean,
It's cocks
usually
versus
kids, when
toilets.
they'd have, whenever kids would like be young, they'd have like this
Imagination.
yeah, it would be but it's unnecessary, or no, sorry, no, it's not unnecessary. God,
It's
what am I trying to think here?
overwhelmingly like a lot of imagination. Overwhelmingly about, because they're constantly like, this shit just amplifies it. They're constantly thinking, oh well, this man with his head in a toilet. Like, what's next? Yeah, it's so goofy, and it makes them think more and more about it. Like, yeah, it's because they think it's funny, especially with all the edits and stuff to make it kind of like catchy, I guess, to the younger audience.
Irrational. Thank good lord.
Yes.
Irrational thoughts about a head coming out of the toilet and basically no, but it's irrational. Like snakes coming out. That's not irrational. That's an actual thing.
Yeah.
But an irrational thought is basically what what Skibidi Toilet came from. It's just an idea. It's not an actual thing.
Yeah. I mean, it could be,
It's
though. I
irrational.
mean, like, that's a thing. I'd cry.
I mean, honestly, yeah, too. Because I mean, we'd all have to crap so damn bad, and we have to.
That was always
Yeah.
okay. So as a kid, that was always a fear of mine. Was not a person, but like something coming out of the toilet in general. I always hated that thought.
Imagine a rat coming up and biting you in the ass.
Yes, a rat from the sewer, because all these shows always like to put a rat in a sewer, or a crocodile, or a snake, or something. And it's like, I can only imagine that slithering up my toilet, my Skibidi toilet.
Skibidi toilet.
Yeah. Oh my god, somebody's listening right now. I was like, I'm getting out of this shit. I'm so sick of this Skibidi toilet. Dude, actually, like low key, recently I've had a remix of Skibidi toilet stuck in my head for no reason. It's mostly because there was like a video of this cute little dog, and they played that song over it. And it was so fucking stupid. When I saw it, I was like, it's so stupid, but that dog is so cute. So, like, recently I keep thinking about that dog, and the only thing I can think of because I'm thinking of that dog is Skibidi toilet, skibidi toilet. That's all it says, though. It's not Skibidi dum dum, yeah! You know, whatever. That's shit everybody's listening to right now, all the little kids.
Skibidi dum dum dum, yes, skibidi dum dum, neep, neep.
That, yeah. What are we really to judge about these kids, though? We watched shit like that when we was kids, too. Like, something so stupid that, like, we grow up and look back on it, it's like, why did we watch that? Like, we thought that was funny or cool when we was a kid. Like, why?
Well, I mean, there was, like Tommy, he keeps telling me about Ren and Stimpy and how they were it seemed like they were like gay roommates.
They are. That's
I know they are. I know they are because the creator of the show came out and said, "Yeah, they're gay roommates. That's what they are."
Yeah.
So yes, your thoughts are right. You were always right. You just didn't know you were right.
Yeah, I love Ren and Stimpy.
See, but there's no story that is more tragic to me in a cartoon than the story of Courage.
Oh, you mean like the conspiracy theory behind that? The fact that
yes, the conspiracy.
The first season's actually real, but after that, it's all just made up shit that he's thinking of because Muriel's dead and all that. Eustace was a shitty like actual owner, but Muriel was sweet to him, kind of thing.
No, not that. The actual story from Nowhere, New Mexico.
Oh no! I've never heard about
the actual story.
No, I thought you were talking about the theory, like the whole theory that after first season, none of it's actually real. It's just what he's making up since he lives actually alone in the house. It's the same thing with Garfield. Garfield has the same story when it comes to that because originally, if you looked at the original comics, what's supposed to be the final comic was supposed to be Garfield in the attic dying of hunger. And he was just imagining John actually still around and Odie, sorry.
Odie.
Yeah, I can't believe I called him Otis. What is this, Backyard? I love Backyard. Barnyard, not back at the barnyard. I was trying to say back at the barnyard. I was trying to say the TV show Back at the Barnyard. Anyways, Barnyard, yeah. Barnyard's so good, dude. Anyways, go on about Courage on New Mexico Nowhere.
I think this is mostly about games and movies, like it usually is. Whenever we're on here,
and anime, but you
You
never finished the thing with Courage.
Oh yeah, the actual story behind.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. I was like, hey, we'll cut that part. We'll cut that part out. We'll cut a part where I keep just mentioning it over and over. We'll definitely try to cut that out because it was a lot of times. Maybe we'll do a flashback here. Woo! Anyways, go on about Courage on New Mexico Nowhere. But you never finished the thing with Courage. Anyways, go back to Courage. I'd like to hear what you was going to say about Courage.
Sorry about that. Yeah, that's right. But anyway, the actual story behind Courage is there was a couple that lived in Nowhere, New Mexico. It was a man and a woman, an elderly woman, and they owned a dog named Courage. Well, there was one night that they don't nobody really knows what they saw, but some cases say UFOs, some say aliens, and some cases say from the Navajo legend of a skinwalker. The couple, they disappear, and the sheriff goes out there and because nobody's heard from them in days. The sheriff goes out there and the place is in shambles. But the only soul that is there was courage, and he lived through it all because he was alive. He wasn't dead. And that's how some people believe the story of courage came along.
Huh. That's actually crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it was the one I heard was with the Skinwalker, but that's another time.
Skidwalker is gonna be on the next one, buddy. If we do a podcast again, we'll put it in there.
But yeah,
We'll
that
write it
was.
down.
I just thought that was so surreal. I couldn't believe it. I was like, damn, that's actually really dark.
But speaking of Skinwalker,
What about him?
I was going to say, it's crazy that people want to say creepypastas are overrated now. I mean, technically they are, but like I would like to say that I think some creepypastas weren't even that bad. Technically, like if you watch the video on it, maybe different. But if you read, I was like, because I read Ben Drowned, and I was like, and I told you about it. I was like, I read Ben Drowned. I was like, this isn't even that bad. Like it's kind of interesting. It's really cool because the dude who wrote it actually made like video footage of it. So to just to make it a lot better. Like, the story with the video footage that was supposed to be, like, evidence and everything was so cool. Like, I was like, holy shit, I wonder how you even did this. Like, you had to go through some animation work to even do this, And I was like, that's just cool as fuck. I fucked with it.
Yeah, but there's a lot of stories that I've heard about them there's some of them that were really eyebrow raising. I was just like, damn. Yeah, because some of them. I'm not gonna go into it right now, but God.
All right. I was just saying, like, I want to like go back and read some creepypastas that we used to like have, like we used to like actually like look at as a kid more often. For example, like Jeff the Killer and Laughing Jack. I know it's cringe and edgy nowadays, but like I'm curious how like bad it really is. Like, I want to go back and look at it and be like, is this story really that bad?
It is the one creepypasta that everybody knows.
Slenderman?
Salad Fingers.
Salad Fingers. Actually, that's a Newgrounds. That's not really a creepypasta. That was a Newground creation.
Oh, I thought it was creepypasta.
You want to know a fun fact about Salad Fingers?
What's that?
The voice actor for Salad Fingers plays in Smiling Friends.
Really?
Yep. He was a guest voice actor, and he plays as like 3 voices in it, actually. I don't remember who, but yeah, he plays voices in Smiling Friends, and that caught me off guard. And if you have not seen Smiling Friends, I would suggest everybody watching it because it's so good. It's definitely worth it. And if everybody's probably already seen Gwimbly by now, because that shit's like really popular right now. The whole Gwimbly joke. Yeah, he's made by David Firth. That's the guy who. Yeah, he voiced Shrimp. He voiced Shrimp in the 3rd episode of Smiling Friends. So yeah, I was freaking out when I heard that. I think he voiced a few other things, but yeah, David Firth and Smiling Friends is crazy.
Oh, well, then there's another creepypasta that I know about. It's called The Rake.
The Rake is pretty old. I haven't heard that shit in a long time. Hold on, I'm looking up Salad Fingers right now with David Firth.
Hello.
Okay, well, everybody got to hear the hello. Nope, there wasn't. Never mind. But 5. I don't know. Actually, I don't know because it says 7 months ago, Salad Fingers 13 Harvest is on YouTube. I don't know. Maybe Harvest was like that one that came out a long time ago. He may have re-uploaded all this stuff or made a new like series of Salad Fingers.
Oh God, really?
Yeah.
God, I gotta go back and watch them now.
He did make a new series. How do I know? Or no? Or does it continue? Maybe it just continues. But because there's an episode 14, there's an episode 12, there's an episode 10. 10th one's called Birthday, and the animation looks a little different. Salad Fingers 1 through 12. Every episode and specials. I don't know. I really don't know. Because, okay, so Salad Fingers full series 1 through 11 is 5 years ago. Salad Fingers episode 12 markets. Yeah, anyways.
Now David Firth has Salad Fingers every episode 1 through 13.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Updated 2023.
I think these are all like coming. Yeah, I guess he's released some more Salad Finger stuff. That's pretty
Yeah, he did,
crazy.
because there was just like 9 or 10, wasn't there?
That's so odd and cool. Because he's bringing back something from everybody's childhood. Everybody remembers Salad Finger. If you didn't, you wasn't far enough in the internet yet. It's so
Salad Fingers and oh god, Charlie the Unicorn. God.
Charlie, dude, I was literally looking at that the other day. I wasn't watching it, but it popped up. You know what Charlie the Unicorn reminds me of?
What?
Llamas with hats.
Oh my god, llamas with hats.
Carl, that kills people.
Oh, that kills people. Oh.
Oh, I did not know that.
Carl.
Oh,
God, llamas with hats.
I don't know how this reminds me. Well, this is reminding me of something I wanted to say. Big advertisement from me. Literally from me. If you guys need a voice actor, I'm right here. I've been wanting to do voice actor work for a long ass time, and I can't capture anyone to send me some work for voice acting. The closest I got was Ben, the guy who stopped by my Borderlands stream. That's the closest I got, and he hasn't made any animations to send to me for me to do voices. And if you're listening, Ben, shame on you, buddy. Shame on you. Anyways.
Shame on you.
Shame on you. Oh my god, dude, I probably have to redraw you, dude. I have not even thought about that.
Oh.
I have to redraw Brahma Bull 99 _ YouTube.
Why do you say my full name?
Because I think it's really funny. Because Ethan used to do that with me when I was Shadow Slay and Dill Pickle. He used to be like Shadow Slay and Dill Pickle Gaming instead of just being like SSDG. Because that's what I regularly would call it. I'd be like, guys, welcome to SSDG, or I'd be like, welcome back to Dill Pickle or something like that. I would never. Like the first multiple episodes was welcome back to Shadow Slay and Dill Pickle. And it's like, bro, that's a huge tongue twister. No one wants to say Shadow Slay and Dill Pickle. Hey guys, welcome back to Shadow Slay and Dill Pickle. Oh my god, I love Shadow Slay and Dill Pickle Gaming. That's my favorite channel. Oh my god, I'm so glad I made the switch to Daddy Short Balls though, because that's gonna implement into your brain forever. You're gonna have that downloaded in your brain. You're just gonna be like walking around like you're gonna be walking around like Daddy Short Balls. God, I hate that fucking name. All right, we're gonna take a little break. I'm gonna use the bathroom and whatnot. You seen the Fallout show yet?
No, I don't have Prime.
Oh yeah, that's right. We talked about that. Freevee, you
Then
can
you
always
told me
watch it on
about
that.
Yeah, the first episode.
Yeah. Well,
But if I'd watched the first episode, then I'd want to watch more. I can't.
yeah, that's fair enough.
I'm kind of trying to hold off.
We only watched the first episode, and yeah, it's pretty funny. It's pretty great.
And it's probably killing you, isn't it?
Killing me? Not really.
Yeah, to watch the rest.
Not really. I'm just waiting on Star, if anything.
Man,
Bleep the name
ever
out.
since I watched the first season of Twisted Metal, oh god, I can't wait for the second one to come out. It's not going to come out till next year.
Dude, we gotta watch that together. I have not watched Twisted Metal yet.
Oh my god, it's so good.
No, I heard it was so fun. I didn't hear it was good, but I heard it was so fun. Like, it was such a show that like was enjoyable to watch. At least, like it's easy on the eyes. It's very fun, enjoyable, kind of show. And I was like, oh heck yeah. I didn't hear that was good. I didn't hear that was bad though. I definitely didn't hear it was bad. I just heard it was just like enjoyable and fun.
Well,
I was like, hell
as
yeah.
somebody who grew up playing the game,
Same.
it's actually awesome.
I love Twisted Metal, dude. I have the first one to this day.
Yeah, to be a person who played that game and to see it actually on screen and see how he actually got roadkill. Oh god, it's awesome.
I
Because you remember John Doe's car, right? Roadkill.
yeah.
Yeah, you actually see how he gets it.
Hell yeah, that's awesome. You ever played Twisted Metal
I'm
on the
not gonna.
PlayStation 3?
No, I didn't. I only played it on
Oh,
PlayStation 2.
you missed a good one. Well, somebody's probably mad right now, but the PS3 one, pretty damn good. I like the PS3 one a lot too. Now the PS2 one, are you talking about Twisted Metal Black Edition or just Twisted Metal? 'Cause there was two of them.
I don't remember which one it was. It
Black
was so long
Edition,
ago.
Black Edition. The cover, it was only half of the cover was like Sweet Tooth's face, and the other half was just black. It was like if it was fading out, like if he's in a shadow or something.
Hmm.
Here,
Well, is he also in? God, I wanna tell you so bad, but I can't because you haven't seen it.
no, it's okay. Here, I'll send you Black Edition. If you haven't seen that box, that's the other Twisted Metal one. 'Cause there was only two of them. There was Twisted Metal Black, and it was basically Twisted Metal Black Edition is what you would call it. Because there was another Twisted Metal, and I think it was just called Twisted Metal. To be honest, it was for PS2, and it was
I'm pretty
basically
sure
it was.
just Twisted Metal.
I was gonna say it's nearly the same thing. To be honest,
I was gonna say I'm pretty sure it was just Twisted Metal.
I just sent it to you. That was the picture.
Oh, well, now I'm confused because that actually kind of looks familiar.
That's what me and Cautious used to play all the time, or AKA Ethan.
Yeah.
But we call him Cautious because of YouTube. That was his name on
Yeah.
YouTube. We're trying to advertise the man. But no, yeah, that was Twisted Metal Black. That's what we used to play, me and Cautious. And it was
That
so much fun.
looks familiar, but I remember the original on PlayStation 2 was
I don't remember
the original.
I don't remember the other one. I think it's literally just called Twisted Metal though. Yeah, it was called Twisted Metal Head On. That was the other one. I remember seeing it, never did play it. I think it's the same though. I think it's nearly the same as Black. I don't think they're exactly the same, but I think they're a lot
Twisted
like.
Metal Head On. That's the one I played. Twisted Metal Head On, because it wasn't it wasn't the ice cream truck. It was just a regular truck.
Oh, it's considered Twisted. Okay, so it's basically Twisted Metal Black, but it's 4 levels from it. So it's the same game anyhow. It's just basically DLC shit with it.
Is that the ice cream truck? It is the ice cream truck.
See, look, it's a Twisted Metal Black. Includes 4 never before played levels from Twisted Metal Black, and put that on the screen just in case somebody's watching it or have it on their TV while they're listening to the podcast. And then they have to rewind it back because they're like, "What the fuck?" Like, anyways.
Yeah, Head On was the one I played.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Like, I like how I had to sit here and be like, "Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure they're the same game, or maybe it's like a slightly different." And no, yeah, it's the same game, just slightly different because it has 4 new players. 4 new levels to play. So yay! Tell me this, riddle me this, Batman. What the fuck was this? I mean, the character was named Axel, right? Like, do you remember this shit? Like, what the fuck was this? Like, what was this? The one with the 2 wheels. Who the fuck was this? Like, what kind of car was this? Like, I never understood.
It was more for him to run over them and be able to shoot them. But it was, I mean, honestly, he was exposed, so it was easier for him to take body damage. But it was more for him to demolish the cars with the giant tires.
The first time I ever seen this character was on the PlayStation 2. But not PlayStation 2, the PlayStation Portable, the PSP. My bad. I remember on the PSP, the one part where you get the transfer truck in the game. Can't remember what character that is. But, yeah, I remember playing as Axel, with the 2 fucking wheels to get that truck. And I didn't have a PSP. It was on Cautious PSP when we was kids. And I broke his PSP, which was the worst.
Oh.
Yep. Fun little story, guys. I'm sure he remembers, so if he listens to this, here's a fun story. I didn't realize, well, I did, but I was too little to understand how a PSP worked. Now that I'm older, I do understand, but I thought okay, so all the like PlayStation, I mean, it's PSP games were in this little case.
Right.
Not like your little game case, but like a little tiny like disc case, just for the disc. That's all. And I didn't know that. I thought that went into the PSP, and I tried to fit it in there until it broke the reader.
Oh,
Yeah, and I fucked it all up. And he was like, "You owe me a PSP." I remember him telling me that. He's like, "You owe me it. You owe me another PSP." And I never got him another one, but I felt like shit for that.
whenever I was younger, my dad had a PlayStation Portable. He had a PSP, and whenever I asked him, I was like, "Dad, can I play Battlefront on the PlayStation Portable?" Well, after sitting there for a while, I was trying to figure out how to move.
Honestly,
I couldn't figure out how to move because I thought that little knob that's usually on the bottom left corner. I just thought that was like a little speaker or something that you weren't supposed to touch it. But no, then I go to move it and I start moving and and then the match was almost already over anyway. So actually, I was kind of mad at myself. Kind of mad at myself because I couldn't figure out how to move. And every time that someone would run by while I was standing still, I'd try to shoot them.
I mean, to be honest, I think the PSP was ahead of its time. Shit was crazy. It really like advanced shit because like
I think it was trying to combat the Nintendo DS.
yeah, I was gonna say like Game Boy was like the first like awesome handheld like that ever
Oh, yeah.
existed. That shit was cool as fuck.
So, the one I had was the Game Boy SP, but they were so easy to break.
Yeah, I mean, they had the Game Boy Advance was like the one that was like this shit's not gonna break, but you need a light every time you play. So
Yeah.
same thing with Color. I mean,
Color is wherever they brought it in the light, right?
no. Color was the one where you had to like carry it around and look for a light. But Advance was the one where you had to plug in a light and you could turn it against your Advance and play. Dude, that shit was like so ahead of its time though, anyhow. All of it was. Like you just get to play on the go. Like you had it in your hand. But no, what I was saying though, basically was PSP had like really good graphics compared to a fucking DS. So like you could be playing like how I remember it was Need for Speed. I was like, bro, I remember playing Need for Speed on the PlayStation 2, and it looked just as good as the PSP.
You know, I remember back in 6th grade, whenever we were all coming home from our Wilmington trip, everybody was on their DSs doing the doodle thing. They connected to everybody, and everybody was just doodling all over the place.
PictoChat?
Yes, PictoChat. Thank you,
dude. I love that shit. That shit was so cool.
PictoChat was that was way ahead of its time, honestly.
Dude, you wasn't cool unless you had a cool stylus. I got the best stylus at the Scholastic Book Fair, buddy. I'll let you know.
The stylus, God, the stylus, man. Yeah, but whenever the DS came out, I actually wasn't able to get a DS. It wasn't until years later, whenever I was 19, whenever I got my, or 17, 18, or 19, whenever I got my first DS.
Damn.
It was the 3DS.
Oh shit, yeah, 3DS. I never had a 3DS, actually. Well, I mean,
the 3D just threw me off.
I was gonna say, I mean, I had one 3DS. I didn't really touch it because I didn't have any games for it, but I had a DS back when I was like 10, maybe 11. It was before my Nana died. She bought me my DS. So I remember we had two DSs. One was white, one was black. I wanted the white one. My brother wanted the black one. More like he wanted the white one. I said, the white one's mine. And he was like, alright, well, I'll have the black one. Shut up, stupid Razor Cortex. You just alerted everybody in the middle of a stream. I mean, in the middle of a podcast. God, I keep calling it a stream. But on the DS, though, I had that YDS. With it, I had Mario Kart DS. And that was like the one game I remember always playing on my DS. I beat that game from front to back. As like all the way, like 200cc reversed. I remember doing that shit, having every car for Waluigi, because that's who I played. back then.
God, Mario Kart on the GameCube. Whenever I got a new car or a new character,
Yes.
God, it was so exciting.
Dude, the thing is,
I played through all the cups at least 15 times just to get all the extra cars and all the extra stuff for it. That took a lot of my childhood. That and Sims.
that game is still
Oh.
good. What? Resident Evil? It aged bad? Like, on the GameCube?
Hang on.
Hell no. That's a
Dylan.
good game.
Dylan.
What?
Mario Kart Double Dash for the GameCube. I'm looking at it right now on Google, obviously, and on Amazon.com. Refurbished, it is $113.89.
GameCube games are really high, dude. I mean, Smash Melee, I have a copy. The game's worth a lot of money now. It's like $80,
Double Dash was the
$90.
one I played. I feel so old right now. God, that takes me back, man. Just me on the afternoons, just playing Mario Kart Double Dash.
I'm waiting for it to say Double Dash on this damn list. Hold on.
There's a GameCube limited edition for Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. It's a limited edition GameCube set.
Okay, so I'm gonna put this out here.
It's $1,700
Damn.
for the Gale of Darkness edition. GameCube.
You're talking about Pokemon, right?
Yes, the
Pokemon
XD
DX?
Gale of Darkness.
I thought it was DX.
It's XD.
Eat shit. Anyways, damn, that's high. Anyways,
Yeah, it's $1,700 on
I'm-
eBay for the whole set.
I'm looking at thegamer.com/GameCube games missed or worst. And it literally says aged worse. Super Smash Bros. Melee. This fucking game gets better every day. It has a very insanely committed and loyal community, as it says on here. But it seems as through all the hype is still surrounded by Melee, revolves around its insanely committed and loyal community. And it's still getting bigger, let's be honest. Newer entries in the series have only improved in terms of gameplay mechanics and fluidity. It's a great game, but maybe not as great as you think. You're lying, dude. The game is awesome. There's still new things learned about Super Smash Bros. Melee. And I will stand by that hill. I will stand on the side of that hill, probably getting buried on it. I just think it's crazy that people say that shit. It's like, dude, that game is still like getting more and more new things learned all about. It's such a huge game. Like, there's always new shit about it.
The game itself on Amazon.com is $248.72 for just the game.
For Melee?
No, for Pokemon XD.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm still looking at it, but God, $248. I wish I still had my copy, because whenever I had the GameCube, I had The Sims for it, and I had the Pokemon XD. I had every single legendary available in that game. I had Lugia, I had Rayquaza, I had Deoxys, I had Moltres, Articuno, Zapdos.
I'm gonna keep it $150 with you, dude. I thought that game sucked ass. I was never a big fan of Pokemon Gale of Darkness.
It's still my favorite Pokemon game.
That's pretty cool. We should maybe get together and record that shit and play it. I'm sure it'd be fun.
I need to come up with some money to get it.
You know, I mean, there's emulate or something. I hate to put it that way, but when something's ridiculously out of ordinary, you might as well just emulate it.
Well, then I can get the Japanese version for $62 on eBay.
It's not the same.
It's not the same.
That's better.
I would love to have that game again.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Let's just say Earthbound. If I was to ever record stream Earthbound, obviously I'm emulating that shit. There's no way you're gonna get a copy of fucking Earthbound without it being $600. Of course, I would love to do that because I love Earthbound. It's my favorite Super Nintendo game. But hell no, if I'm gonna go and look for that damn game.
It's just like my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh game is Duelist of the Roses, and I actually have that again. And surprisingly, it was cheap. Being the best Yu-Gi-Oh game that has ever been made, it was still rather cheap.
But no, yeah. As far as
Gale-
me playing Pokemon XD, Gale of the Darkness, or whatever, I never was a big fan. I tried, I couldn't get into it. I knew someone who had a copy. I don't think they still do, but yeah.
See, but here's a collector's item that is worth some money today that I don't have anymore, but I did have. I had Pokemon Pikachu's Party and the very first movie of Pokemon
No way.
for VHS. I had both.
You had it on VHS?
I had it on VHS.
Is it really that old? I didn't think the Pokemon movie was that old.
Yeah.
Oh my
It is
god.
that old.
Shit, dude, that makes me feel old. I remember watching the first Pokemon movie. That's the one where
I had it.
Mew and Mewtwo gets in a fight, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude. I remember that because
Yeah.
Ash gets turned into gold or some shit like that, and then all the Pokemon come around and cry. And so it goes back to
Yeah,
life.
they cry. They cry and release their essence to bring him back to life.
That's sad as shit, dude. I remember that. I just can't believe it is old enough to be on a VHS. Oh my god, dude.
Mhm.
Like I
had it
know
on VHS.
I knew a lot of things that was on VHS, but that right there just makes me feel old because that was one of the things I remember growing up and seeing as a
Well, how do you
kid.
think that makes me feel? I'm older than you.
Nah, whatever. It's the same age area though. Like we all know.
The same age area, though. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's like that same time and year. It's like, dude, it really was on VHS. Like, holy
Yeah.
shit.
Pokemon.
Yeah, like some
Yes,
things I
brother.
can look back on and I'm like, oh yeah, obviously that was on VHS. I remember watching it as a kid. I knew it was gonna be on VHS. But Pokemon, the first movie.
Yep. Pokemon, the first movie. Right? Actually, it's right here. That's the same one. 150. No, that's the DVD.
I have
That's
a
the VHS.
I have a Porky the Pig on VHS, and I also have the Dover Boys on VHS, but it's connected to Porky the Pig.
Yeah, here's the VHS, the vintage, the first movie of Pokemon versus Mew versus Mewtwo. It has 100 God, I can't even read that.
Oh, it's
Pokemon,
too hard to read.
150, 100 number 150 and number 151. The Pokemon match of all time is here. Mewtwo versus Mew. That was the whole title. But yeah, that was on VHS. And
Crazy.
it's on sale right now for $80.
Damn, dude. That's
And
crazy.
here's another one for 15, but it's probably all screwed up.
Oh yeah, dude, that's crazy.
I mean, obviously these things are different values to different people. I'm sorry but if that
I
was
don't know
me
whether
and
I'll
I
get it.
had to sell it, yeah, I'd be like $100 right now.
I'm just going on with this motherfucker. He doesn't even know it. I'm pretending like I
But yeah,
get listening
that
to him and not give a fuck.
that came out on VHS. The third movie actually came out on VHS. So that means 1, 2, and 3 were on VHS,
Oh yeah.
which is mind-boggling to me because I mean the third movie is not that well. It is that old, but it's also not that old.
Oh yeah. That's crazy, dude. Damn, that's crazy.
It kind of makes you wonder, like, where did the time go?
I know, dude. Damn, that's crazy.
Was what was once we were blowing out we were pulling out the JVCs and inputting old VHS tapes, and now we got digital. Now we got digital play.
Yeah, I know. Damn, isn't that crazy?
And that's in like what, a short 20 years? That 20, 25 years that's happened?
How long do you guys think I could go with this?
Actually, that has changed that much in my lifetime. God.
Damn, it's crazy, dude.
That's pretty crazy.
It is, dude. That's pretty fucking crazy. Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, I've been doing that this whole time because I thought it'd be really funny to seem like if I was just not listening at all and just be like, hell yeah, damn, that's crazy. like I'm trying to
What
get.
did I say, Don?
I was like sitting over here, I'd mute myself and was talking to like the podcast. I was like, how long do you guys think I could keep going on like this? Like, just be like, damn, that's crazy. Whoa, okay, hell yeah. No, yeah, dude, it's cool. It is crazy because I remember like teachers rolling in the like fucking box TV and shit, and you would just be sitting there watching stuff. Nowadays, it's just like, yeah, we're gonna pull down the projector, but if not that, they have a flat screen in the fucking like room now. So that's the world we live in now.
Man, I
Crazy.
loved it whenever it was movie day and they rolled in that old TV. God, I loved it.
And then we would watch Magic School Bus on VHS.
Oh yes, Magic School Bus. Oh, Goosebumps.
I didn't watch Goosebumps, but I remember watching
You didn't
Goosebumps.
watch
I was
Goosebumps?
gonna say I remember watching it at home. Never remember watching it at school.
Oh yeah, they showed Goosebumps on there too,
Dude,
but it was mostly Magic School Bus.
I liked the show. I thought the show was really fun. It was obviously about like a book or something kind of like along the sides of the book. Not that it really was part of the book, but like understandably something from a book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, did you ever get around to watching that video that I sent you about the real story about Willy Wonka?
Yeah, I did watch it. I watched it when we was playing Lethal before we played Lethal Company. Yeah, that's crazy. That's just crazy, actually. Like the fact that the chocolate was made of actual people. Cannibalism.
Yeah, but nobody realized that whole city was actually contributing to cannibalism.
Yeah, it's crazy. Tourists would go missing and shit. He fell into the chocolate, and that's how they found it out. Like, isn't that weird?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they found it out, and then the police searched around, and dug up some dirt on this guy, and was like, "Damn."
The real question is this real or a creepy? Is this real or a creepy pasta? That's the real question.
I mean, it might be real, and it might be a creepypasta. You never know, but
Dude,
honestly,
you never know. There's true stories upon creepypasta.
Well, some of them are true, and some of them are
Like,
actually bull.
If you look at creepypasta.com or whatever, there is a section called True Stories. And I've always thought about that. I was like, there's just a true story situation. Like, the fuck is this? I wrote a creepypasta, fun fact. I don't know if I ever mentioned that in a podcast, but yeah, I wrote a creepypasta way back in the day. And this creepypasta was called...
famous.
The creepypasta was called Spider Boy or something? I don't fucking know. It wasn't like a Spider-Man ripoff. It was like about a dude who was swallowed by spiders. So he was left with just his head, and his head grew like legs. And he would haunt anybody that came through his like house. That was literally it. It was like 3 pages, that was all. And I put it on. I sent it to creepypasta, and it never was posted. I think. I wouldn't know. It was so long ago, dude. I was like a kid when I wrote that shit. It was back when I was insanely crazy about playing the Jeff the Killer mobile game on my phone, or looking into Slender Man a lot. Slender the 8 Pages, one of the best games in the world.
Man, I remember whenever I was young and dumb and afraid of Slender Man.
What? Young and dumb? I would say you was young and honest with yourself, because the Slenderman is real, dude. That's the number one part of this podcast, is that we talk about how Slenderman is real. Yeah, dude. Slenderman, dude. I saw Slenderman. I was lucky he spared me my life. Dude, you know what? Story time, guys. I was running through the woods one day and chasing my dog. But my dog disappeared. And I could find him. So I was trying to find my way back to my house. And I ran across this man he was tall, slender, and he wore a business suit with no face. And
God.
I asked him where my dog went, and the man never spoke, pointed, moved, or anything. He looked dead into my soul. Looked with no eyes. I started getting creeped out, and I went to go run. I turned back to look at him every minute, but he didn't move. And then I got to my house and never seen the man again. Or my dog. Oh yeah, Slenderman is real.
Oh God.
Mm-hmm. He also farted
Thanks,
too.
Slenderman.
I smelled
Jeez.
it.
Farting.
He farted. Like I like when people tell like a good story like that, and then there's this other person who's heard the story before, so they like ruin the story. And they'll be like, and he had like a bunch of gold chains, and he did this and this, and they're like, can you please fucking shut up? You're ruining the story. It was supposed to be like scary, and then you're just like, yeah, but he had gold chains and he farted and he smelled kind of bad. He didn't wear cologne, you know, like
Smoked a lot of
okay.
weed.
He smoked a lot of weed, dude. This motherfucker was high every day. He had dreads actually. It went all the way down to his legs, down to his knees. He fucking loved it so much he stood up and ran away from his mic. Yeah. Well, is there anything else you want to say before I end this podcast?
I can't think of anything.
Alright, guys. Well, if you enjoyed this, hopefully you'll enjoy our next podcast or a podcast after this or some video I put out. Either way, glad you enjoyed this. Cue the intro. Not the intro. Stop!